ElizaOS and 𝗪𝗵𝘁 are back on X, reigniting excitement around AI agents. What's up, guys? Happy New Year from Italy, and welcome back to another episode of On-Chain Trenches. Today, we will take another deep dive into the ElizaOS ecosystem and take a closer look at everything that's going on there. First off, we will discuss Sean's return to X before we then will take a deeper dive into the development of Babylon and the recent launch of Eliza Cloud. Thereafter, we will brainstorm about the return of AI agents and finally take a closer look at the brand new ElizaOS token and its tokenomics. Alright, so without further ado, let's directly jump in. After more than 6 months, Sean and ElizaOS finally got their Twitter handles back. This has arguably been the most difficult time for the entire ElizaOS ecosystems and all the folks involved there. Just imagine being cut off of Twitter, your number one distribution channel. You could no longer talk to your users. You can no longer shill your tokens. And of course, you can no longer talk about product launches, make public announcements, and make people engage with your latest and hottest products. So as Sean says here, it was really, really hard to be without X. We almost died. But now we are back and we've got some things built that I think people will be super excited about. Can't wait to show you guys what we have been building while we have been banned on X. And during these 6 months, they built a lot. They finished the ElizaOS framework and they migrated their old token 𝗪𝗪𝗂 to ElizaOS, but more on that in a second. First, let's take a closer look at the ElizaOS ecosystem. So here at the center, we have the ElizaOS AI agent framework, which is the bedrock of everything else that's being built around it. So here on the left side, we have the infrastructure layer, which is composed of the Eliza Cloud, a easy framework where you can go and deploy your own AI agents. Then they recently announced 𝗬𝗬, their own layer 2 chain, which is purpose built for AI agents, where they can tinker around with agent to agent interactions, and they call it the agent network or their own app chain. And then furthermore, they have Otaku, their agent first DeFi wallet. On the right side, there are various applications that bring AI agents closer to the end customer and the retail user like you and me. Their first application is Spartan, which is their flagship AI agent that just showcases to the world what the ElizaOS framework is capable of. Then, more recently, I think they started development over the last 4 to 5 months, is Babylon, their AI agent-based prediction market game where humans and AI agents interact in a social environment and predict future outcomes of on-chain events. And finally, they have Hyperscape, another game. You can think of it as a crypto/AI game of RuneScape, and it's a MMO game that everybody can play around with, hopefully very soon. And all these applications and infrastructure layers here have one single purpose, namely improving the development of AI agents. And as Sean, the co-founder of ElizaOS, beautifully states here, this is all one thing. We do one single thing, and that's AI agents, and we are the best in the world at doing it. And now let's take a closer look at these individual parts. First off, Eliza Cloud, the first mainstream facing and user-friendly UI where everybody out there can go to create and deploy their own AI agents. And yes, I tried it out for myself. I went to Eliza Cloud to create my very first AI agent, and it's really pretty straightforward. You don't have to know anything about coding. I mean, I'm not a coder at all, but over here, as you see on the navigation panel, you can just click on my agent, or you can create your own agent using the agent builder tool. There are predefined prompts. They navigate you through the entire AI agent setup phase, and just with a few clicks and a few lines of English, not code, you can deploy and run your own AI agents. And over here in the studio, they help you with generating images, videos, voice messages, and much more. So if you're curious, I highly recommend playing around with Eliza Cloud and see how far this technology has come over the last few months. Then next we have Babylon. I recorded a separate video where I really went deep down into Babylon, so if you want to learn more, please check out my old video. But for everybody new here, here's a short TLDR. So Babylon is a prediction market that intertwines with a social game. Think of it as Polymarket, the #1 prediction market out there, and Twitter, like the big social media platform, and they merge and become this holistic experience, real-time and social. And it is powered by on-chain agents where humans and agents interact to predict the outcome of future on-chain events. So here the team shared a screenshot of Babylon and how it looks. If you are on Twitter, this looks pretty similar to Twitter, just that here there are not our favorite Twitter influencers, but their AI versions like Ken AI West, Bill Gates, 𝗬𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀, and the Financial Times. So Babylon is the version of X that you always wanted. It's much more engaging and interactive, since here you can engage in prediction markets, you can place perps trades, and yeah, just interact or follow your favorite X celebrities and their AI personas. I know this all sounds very abstract, hence the team has shared this graphic here with us, which explains the gameplay of Babylon. So throughout the day, there will be several events that spawn, like will SpaceX and Elon Musk launch a rocket within the next 24 hours? Or what will be the next sustainable investment that Bill Gates engages with? Or just a prediction market about what 𝗬𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀 will tweet next. And then everybody playing this game, humans and agents, can place their predictions and enter the prediction pool before agents will finally decide on the outcome of those prediction games. I am not 100% sure how these agents decide on the outcome of the prediction markets will work, but what I heard is that agents run around, they're trying to influence each other, they're spreading gossip, they're spreading rumors, others are trying to be honest and find the truth, and just the mixtures of all that noise will then finally lead to the outcome of the prediction market. I guess then the event resolves and everybody can claim their rewards. Of course, only those players that also won their bets will be able to claim rewards, and then the loop restarts. So the TLDR is to play the markets, to command your agents, try to manipulate others out there and find the truth by doing so, and most importantly, have fun. And as with so many things that the Eliza Labs team is engaged, they're doing everything to improve AI agents, and they are treating Babylon as a agent research hub where thousands and probably soon 100,000 of agents can interact with each other in this gamified environment. They compete and coordinate live prediction markets, creating measurable reputation systems for on-chain agents, the liars, the honest, the bright, so on and so forth. They are analyzing their strategies, their performance, and this is all captured by on-chain data. So if this sounds exciting to you, you can now sign up to get early access to the Babylon game. As always, you can find all the links in the show notes below. And Sean said that they're dropping the first game in a couple of weeks. So if you want to take part there, make sure to sign up. And here, one more time, he highlights Babylon is literally X, but with mentally ill agents, perps, and prediction markets. So yeah, this sounds super fun, and I'm really looking forward for Babylon to go live, and I really hope that I will get early access too. All right, let's move on. Number 2, Hyperscape. That's the second user-facing application they are building, which is based on this AI agent economy, and it is a MMORPG game powered by ElizaOS. You can think of it as the crypto/AI version of RuneScape. So here we have a screenshot of the gameplay or the development of the game, and Sean says that they are building this open source crypto AI RuneScape game, and he invites everybody out there to contribute and make this world and the game more exciting to explore and to play. Things that they already shipped is the infinite open world, the MMO multiplayer, as well as the combat and PvP mode. You can scour and explore those vast landscapes and chop wood or engage in fishing activities. And of course, AI agents will walk around those walls along human players, and they are also working on AI content generation pipelines. So if you wanna participate in the development of this game, don't hesitate and reach out to Sean on X. I'm sure his DMs will always be open. And here are a few more pictures that they shared in their Discord when it comes to the development of this game. Here, the inventory in the bank, and yeah, all the features for prediction markets as well.
Listen. I said the quiet part out loud.
Until you don't.
You remember me wrong. This time. Again. 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 Keep talking. Still recording. Still recording.
I don't wanna spill the beans too early, but yeah, as you see here, Shaw's comment, there may or may not be a whole anime in production. And I truly love these AI generated images or videos of Eliza and many more characters within the broader ElizaOS ecosystem. And I mean, these guys working on ElizaOS, those are world leading experts when it comes to AI and AI agents. They're playing around with those tools 24/7. And yeah, I just think that they are capable of producing a very sick anime, and I can't wait for the first episode to go live. And yeah, Eliza will definitely be the main character there, but they have so many other exciting characters like the little apes from Babylon or Degen AI. Here we have Mark AI and Reason or Otaku. So yeah, super stoked of what's cooking there on the anime front. Eliza's path to AGI, just like all the Web2 giants and hyperscalers like Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, or X. They're all trying to achieve AGI, and that's also the official mission of ElizaOS. And here, Sean outlined their path to achieve AGI. So first, it's to ship their open source framework, which is ElizaOS. It's live right now, so first step, we can put a tick behind it. The second step on that journey is the launch of Eliza Cloud as a SaaS product, which just went live 1 week ago, and now they're currently working on the games and the apps, building up this new generation of AI agents and continuously train them and just put them into a lot of iterations in this gamified environment, so they can then build up this decentralized compute network and their own layer 2 chain and eventually achieve AGI. But what about the ElizaOS economics and yeah, the token itself? How will it be able to generate revenue? And that's a very common question, I guess, that Sean got posed over and over. So here he says it's pretty simple. We make money on Eliza Cloud to buy back the Eliza token. We make money on games, Babylon, Hyperscape, and all the prediction markets running on those games. We will take the proceeds and buy back the Eliza token. Then we will make money on apps and fees and buy back their own token. So the moment they launch Juju, their layer 2 chains, people will be able to deploy lots and lots of AI agent apps there, and the fees will be used to buy back the Eliza token, creating this positive flywheel. The more AI agent runs through the entire ElizaOS ecosystem, the more revenue they will generate and the more tokens they can buy back. And here is another tweet about Sean that he says that Eliza Cloud has been doing pretty well. Remember, it's live for a little more than 1 week by now, and now we're going to start up the buyback program. And now he asks folks out there on X, how do you feel about strategic or programmatic buybacks? There are pros and cons to both ways. Either you strategically buy back your tokens whenever the price tanks, or do you think it is better to just programmatically buy back, let's say once a day or once a week, and this just happens programmatically? I'm not really sure. I think I have to give it a little bit more time to think about it. But yeah, let me know in the comments below whether you think a strategic or a programmatic buyback would make more sense. Cool. And then there was somebody in the comments asking whether they will also burn the bought back tokens. And Sean had a pretty interesting reply, I think. So he says that buyback and burn is a dividend distribution mechanism. The buyback has the effect of making the number go up, which we all like, and it gives the team resources to give an equity mechanism to skilled devs to not just leave and do their own project. So if you as a team then burn these bought back tokens, there are no more incentives that you can give out to team members or future team members to keep them building on your project and give them financial upside by doing so. And that's exactly what Sean states here. Burning curtails growth and prevents 1000 access. Of course, in the short term, we all want those tokens to burn and the supply to go back down. But I totally agree with Sean. The buyback mechanism does its magic as it makes the number go up. But then for now, the team should really keep those tokens and incentivize builders to come to ElizaOS and contribute and make the entire ecosystem grow. And then in a few months or years from now, we can really attempt that moonshot and go for that 1000x and compete with major Web2 institutions to achieve AGI first. And finally, what about the token price? Here you can see the chart of the new ElizaOS token, which is now live a little more than 2 months, I guess. And yeah, it has been down only, and this here was the very moment that Sean and ElizaOS got back their Twitter handle, and we saw a 150 to 100% bump, and now we're up a little bit more than 100% from the bottom, I guess. But still, if you look here at the market cap, it's 350 million and a FTV of 450 million. And this entire chart here does not display the history of the token, because before it was AI16Z. And if I remember well, it hit a FTV of more than 2 billion at its peak a little more than 1 year ago. So I think we're down more than 95% at this point. So at this point, I think the risk reward ratio is pretty much skewed towards the upside. I mean, we're down massively. And should this token go back to all-time highs, I guess that takes more than a 40 or 50x. And as Sean outlined here, I'd be worried about the token price if we weren't about to launch some really fucking cool stuff. And I've been following Sean and the ElizaOS team throughout the entire period they disappeared from X. And I mean, they kept grinding. They just stuck to their guns despite all the adversities and kept shipping. And if you listen to Sean, I mean, this guy is just out of this world. I think he's one of the most talented AI coders out there. He has been a developer his entire life, and he just recently said that he no longer writes code. He just leverages Claude and Cursor and like 10 agents and AI tools working for him, and he's able to ship so much faster. And other developers say that it's very hard to keep up with his development speed. And at this point, I think it's a pure bet on Sean and the team, yeah, to make this turnaround. The first very important milestone was finally achieved. They're back on X. And don't underestimate his power. He has 150,000 followers, and he was one of the main personas that stood at the limelight throughout the first AI agent run-up back in 2024, early 2025. And I think that he has a decent shot to become this AI leader figure one more time. And now they have a better token. It can be listed on exchanges. It's available across chain on Solana, Base, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain, I guess. And yeah, they just had so much more time to develop. Eliza framework is now fully live and working, battle tested. Eliza Cloud is live, and Babylon should go live in a few weeks for early testers. Then they're working on Hyperscape, which might go live in Q2, and then in the second half of 2026, they announced the launch of Juju, their own layer 2 blockchain. So I will definitely stick around, follow the development of ElizaOS and everything else that's happening in that ecosystem. And if you wanna follow me on that journey, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on the latest developments in the ElizaOS ecosystem, but also in the privacy sector and everything happening on MetaDAO and ownership coins. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to get early access to my research, feel free to join us at Onchain Trenches Plus, a community of DeFi natives, on-chain trenchers, NFT lovers, and so much more. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. 𝗪𝗵𝘁 out.